health and safety climate. What are the difference between them? And how the organizational culture has the okay, so like has the interlink with health and safety climate. So if you say about the culture, we have, as we have already discussed, culture क्या define करता है? Culture it refers about how individual of the organization the value health and safety. On what extent we are valuing the health and safety? This is what define the culture. Okay, like a culture refers to the shared values, belief, attitude, and perception and behavior that related to health and safety within organization. Okay, like which can be reflected by the way you think around here. Okay, how seriously health and safety is been taken, how people behave when no one is watching. Then health and safety climate um, is basically the snapshot of your health and safety culture. Let me open in a book directly. 2.4. Yeah. So health and safety culture refers to the standard value, belief, and attitude and participate okay, practices that regarding health and safety within an organization. While the climate is more immediate situational assessment, like based on different situations, how the individual perceive the situation at a particular time, okay, within an organization. Okay, it accompanies employee perception of the importance of health and safety. Okay, so the effectiveness of safety measure and the organization commitment to maintaining the safe working environment. So unlikely the culture which developed over the time, climate can fluctuate based on the recent event and changes in the leadership and shift and policies. कल्चर जबकि आपके ओवरऑल हेल्थ एंड सेफ्टी मैनेजमेंट सिस्टम को फोकस करता है एट द सेम टाइम क्लाइमेट इज बेस्ड ऑन द सिचुएशन on what situation how individual is responding जब management top like so for example you are in in a multinational company where ownership was in the past ownership people were working safely. Okay, the culture was good. When immediately the ownership changed, still are they maintaining the same procedure? जैसे कि मैनेजर को एक थे नया मैनेजर असाइन होंगे उसके बाद भी क्या वर्कर्स सेम स्टैंडर्ड फॉलो कर रहे हैं कि नहीं? ओके, so definition of organizational culture is the collective mindset of value, belief, and behavior. Okay, so interlink between organizational culture and health and safety culture, like the foundation of the value and belief, like organizational culture provide foundation and belief shape the health and safety culture. If the organization values safety and employee well-being, this manifests the health and safety practices. Leadership being influenced, leadership with the organization culture plays a crucial role. That is in establishing and reinforcing health and safety priorities. Communication practices, communication style. Okay, prevalent in an organization affect how health and safety messages are conveyed and received. Employee engagement, organization that encourage employee involvement, feedback that is more likely to have strong health and safety culture. Adaptability to change. Okay, like the organizational culture that impact how quickly and effectively an organization can adapt to the change in health and safety regulation, emerging the risk or new technologies. Shared responsibility. Shared responsibility means organization with a strong safety culture. There is a shared sense of responsibility for health and safety among all the employees. Can anyone tell me what is shared responsibility? Hmm? Shared responsibility क्या होता है? Anyone? हाँ
सबका
जी,
इक्वल
विनय जी शेयर
रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी।
रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी क्या होता है? हाँ
सेफ्टी से एवरीबडी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी। सब सबको ईमानदारी बनना है सर।
सबका
सबका ईमानदारी बनना है सर।
सबका ईमानदारी बनना, ओके। सबका ईमानदारी नहीं, फॉर एग्जाम्पल यू एंड ताहिर जी इज वर्किंग एट सेम वर्क प्लेस, ओके। इफ without any knowledge, okay, for example, because of any reason, the Tahir is adopting any answer practices, you are guiding them, no, this is the wrong way what you are doing, and you assist them the right way. Said responsibility, like when more than one team work together at one workplace, they set the health and safety measure with each other and they take care of each other. उसका हम said responsibility बोलते हैं, okay. This is the collaboration approach team for the board, okay, broader organizational culture that value teamwork, collective accountability. Then reinforcement of the behavior, like organizational culture reinforces behavior that align with health and safety goals, positive safety behavior that is recognized and rewarded within the supportive organizational environment, further embedding safety into the workplace culture. Okay. Then the typical indicator of health and safety culture and measuring health and safety climate. कौन सी चीजें? So the safety culture within an organization reflects the shared attitude, belief, perception, and practices that concerning safety. It is crucial to access the measure both the culture and climate of the health and safety to ensure safe working environment. So this involves using specific indicators such as which can be broadly categorized like the leading indicator, which is a proactive approach. Lagging indicator is a reactive, like outcome based approach. Can anyone define the leading and lagging indicator? कोई डिफाइन कर सकते हैं?
सर कुछ इंसिडेंट होने के बाद जो एक्शन लेते हैं उसको लैगिंग बोलता है सर। लीडिंग मतलब जो प्रोएक्टिव,
Proactive and
जो
reactive.
Leading, sir, near is reporting
हम्म,
and
लीडिंग
training
में जो
conduct,
इंस्पेक्शन ट्रेनिंग ये सब
leading
आता है। लैगिंग में जो
training
नियर में से रिपोर्ट
conducted,
इंसिडेंट इन्वेस्टिगेशन
weekly
ये सब
walkthrough.
आता
okay. So we can say leading indicator is the data which um, makes make the organization aware about how they are prepared to prevent any accident or incident before any incident. The data which demonstrate the proactiveness of organization before any accident or incident. For example, the number of safety sampling you are conducting, safety tour you are conducting, surveys you are conducting, right? Audits you are conducting, inspection you are conducting, providing training for the workers. These are the leading indicator. Lagging indicator is like the data which demonstrate the effectiveness of an approach to prevent reoccurrence of any accident or incident, okay, after an accident, after an event, after an incident or accident. कोई एक्सीडेंट या इंसिडेंट होने के बाद वो डेटा जो आपको बताता है, okay, like what should be your approach to prevent reoccurrence is known as reactive monitoring. Like number of near misses reported, right? Number of lost time injuries, number of like the number of what do you say, sick leave being provided, the turnover rate of the workers, near miss data. Okay, these are the part of your lagging indicator. Okay, so the things which indicating the leading indicator example, like the leading indicator are the proactive measure that focus on preventive action, engaging initiate before incident occur. Okay, the aim to access organization effort to prompt a positive safety culture, like employee engagement in safety program, frequency of safety meeting, safety training completion rate, employee feedback mechanism, risk assessments conducted, observation program. Okay, near miss reports. Listen, one more thing. Near miss, in some cases, it's somehow near miss is vary organization to organization. Some organization consider near miss as a lagging indicator. Some organization consider as a leading indicator. And how we can identify that? Like if your organization considering near miss as an incident, then it will be part of a lagging indicator. If your organization is not considering near miss as an incident, they do consider near miss as a lesson learned, then it will be part of your leading indicator. Okay. So this is what vary organization to organization. Okay. Then your safety communication initiative, leadership involvement, safety audit conducted. These are the example of a leading indicator. If you say about the lagging indicator, incident rate, okay, severity rate, worker compensation claim, employee turnover rate, okay, regulatory non-compliance, post-incident investigation data, sick leave rate to the injuries, okay, employee perception rate, safety, public perception and reputation, return to work rate. Okay, these are the typical data. These are the typical lagging indicator of health and safety culture. Okay, is it clear?
Okay, sir.
Next, next are 2.4.3, like why may promote positive health and safety culture. The reason why we should promote positive health and safety culture and climate. The reason is to ensure management commitment and leadership, high business profile in health and safety, provision of information instruction, ensure involvement and consultation of the workers in health and safety, training, promotion of ownership, setting and meeting the targets, okay, organizational change, lack of confidence in organization objectives, methods, uncertainty, management decisions that prejudice the mutual trust or leads to confusion regarding the commitment. So, promoting a positive health and safety culture or climate within the organization is essential for ensuring employees' well-being and compliance with the safety regulations. Several factors can significantly influence whether the culture is positive or negative. Here is the detail. The factors promoting positive health and safety culture, like the commitment of the management and leadership, visible leadership, clear messaging regarding health and safety performance, high business profile of health and safety, integrity into business strategy, recognition and rewarding provision of information, accessibility of safety information, regular update, okay, involvement and consultation, employee participation, feedback, and compensation, training, a comprehensive training program, tailored training, like customized training to address specific risks associated with different job role or tasks to enhance effectiveness of the programs. Okay, promotion of the ownership, like empowerment, safety champions, setting and meeting the target, measurable objective, continuous improvement. Okay, organizational change, like effectively managing organizational change as a crucial to maintaining a positive safety culture. Okay, positive adaptation, like when changes are implemented, we are thoughtfully, okay, implement them thoughtfully, and employees are involved in the process. Change in management, okay. Then factor contribute negative culture, lack of confidence in organizational objective and method. Okay, ambiguous policy, the policy which is not clear to anyone, failure to deliver, uncertainty like inconsistent practices, changes without consultation. Okay, management decision that prejudice mutual trust, like poor communication. Okay, top to down approach, like management style that impose the safety measures without seeking employees' input. Okay, confusion regarding commitment, mixed messages. Okay, verbally they're giving different type of messages which are not clear to anyone. Lack of resource allocation. Mm. So these are the example of your negative indicator of health and safety culture. Next, changes in culture. Okay, the planning and communication. Changes in culture like transformation of an organization culture, particularly in context of health and safety, it requires strategic and comprehensive effort. So this involves several key factors. Each of them aim to ensure a successful safety culture that promotes a safe, engaging, and proactive work environment. Below the detailed exploration of this factor, including example of illustrate their application like planning and communication. Okay. Like effective planning and clear communication are required to driving and sustaining cultural change. Strong leadership. Okay, like leadership who model the safe behavior, set an example for others, helping to embed these practices throughout the organization. Manufacturing plant management team could implement a visible safety leadership program where senior leader participate in safety audit and training. The need for gradualized step-by-step approach. Like culture change is more effective when implemented gradually, allowing employee to adapt new practices, leading to reducing the resistance. Like a step-by-step approach help employee adjust to the change, ensure they understand and accept new procedure before introducing additional one. An organization seeking to improve its safety culture, okay, might begin with a small initiative such as introducing regular safety briefing before issue. Like once employee are comfortable with this routine, organization could gradually implement more comprehensive safety training program. Okay, that eventually involve into complete safety management system. Direct and indirect actions to promote the change. Direct action involves specific initiative targeting behavior change, while indirect action create environment conducive to the change. Then strong worker engagement, like engaging employees in the change process is essential. Like when employees feel involved and valued, they are more likely to embrace, support the culture shift. Okay, so active participation in safety initiative foster a sense of ownership and responsibility among employees, which is crucial to sustainable culture. Training and performance measures are important, and the importance of the feedback. Like training provides employee with the skill that need to adapt the behavior, while performance measure evaluate the success of initiative. Okay, continuous feedback helps to refine improvement. Okay, improve the process. Training to keep employee the knowledge, while performance track the progress. Feedback ensure that the training safety practices remaining relevant and effective. Then the change in work environment, like modify the work environment that can have a significant effect on behavior of the employee and attitude. Like while change it enhanced safety, like they may also lead to resistance, they will fail to manage them properly. Okay. So the typical changes that might have negative impact on health and safety culture. Can someone please give me the example that the typical environmental changes that can impact on our culture? Hmm? बता सकते हैं?
कौन सा सर?
Typical environmental changes which may have impact on a culture. Like environmental changes when it says about all the minor major changes, like changes in the workstation, modification of equipment, okay, changes, okay, in the culture in SOP. In all these cases, we must have effective communication. Okay, for example, we have introduced a new FLT at the site. If you do not communicate with the worker, directly deploy the FLT, is this going to be effective for the organization? Hmm? क्या ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के लिए इफेक्टिव होगा? हाँ जी, क्या हुआ, कहाँ चले गए सब? विनय जी, मधेपन जी, ताहिर जी,
Yes, sir.
tell me, if I
There is
introduce
there is
FLT without, it will have positive impact or negative impact on organization? डेफिनेटली नेगेटिव इम्पैक्ट होगा ना. एफएलटी नहीं था, मैंने नया एफएलटी डायरेक्ट डिप्लॉय कर दिया, किसी को कुछ बोला नहीं. तो जब वो इस्तेमाल होगा साइट पे, तो एक्सीडेंट इंसिडेंट बढ़ेंगे कि नहीं बढ़ेंगे?
बढ़ेंगे सर.
बढ़ेंगे ना. So that's what I'm trying to say. Any changes in the organization that need to be clearly communicated and informed to individuals so that we can mitigate any kind of adverse impact on the organization, because of that change. Okay. Okay, that building a trust in the workforce that include psychological confidence. Okay, like we should build the trust is fundamental to success the culture change. Like employer must feel that their voice being heard and valued. They must have confidence to speak out without any fear of retaliation. Culture of the trust encourage the openness and transparency, that making this easier to implement the safety initiative effectively. When employees feel psychologically safe, they are more likely to engage and participate actively in safety program. Okay. Then problem and pitfall, like that is attempt to change the culture too rapidly, adopting broad and approach, absence of trust in communications, resistance to change, like changes in culture around the occupational safety and health is essential for fostering a safer work environment. However, several problems and pitfalls can hinder the process. So there is a detailed explanation of the changes along with relevant example. Can someone please read all the changes? पढ़ेंगे थोड़ा.
Yes, sir.
विनय जी कौन पढ़ रहे हैं? ताहिर जी पढ़ रहे हैं. ओके, गो
Yes,
अहेड.
sir. Sir,
कौन सा
screen
पढ़ना है
share.
सर?
Attempt to change the culture
Yes,
rapidly.
sir.
Attempt to the change culture too rapidly.
Rapidly
Explanation. Rapid changes
experimentation,
can lead
rapid
to.
change. अच्छा हमारे पर रखो.
हाँ, पर
Okay,
लिख
read.
विनय.
Explanation, rapid changes can lead to confusion, resistance, and lack of employee buy-in. When cultural shifts are implemented too quickly, employee may feel overwhelmed and may not fully understand or accept new practices. Example, a manufacturing company that decided to overhaul its entire safety program within a month may face backlash from employee if the organization introduces new protocols, safety equipments, and reporting system without proper training or gradual implementation. Employees might feel frustrated. This could lead to non-compliance, where worker revert to told सर थोड़ा ऊपर करिए स्क्रॉल करिए सर.
Good. Continue.
Workers revert to old unsafe habits, यही पढ़ रहा था. हाँ, habits to confusion or frustrations. Adapting to board and approach. Example, a board sweeping approach to cultural change can dilute focus and create ambiguity about priorities. If an organization tries to tackle multiple aspects of safety culture at once, it may lose sight of specific actionable goals. Example, a construction firm may aim to enhance safety culture by addressing every aspect simultaneously, such as risk assessment training, communications, and equipment upgrades. This approach can overwhelm workers and result in scattered efforts. For instance, if employees are bombarded with information on all fronts, they may not effectively engage with any one initiative, leading to minimal impact on overall safety practices.
Absence of trust and communication.
Yes. Absence of trust in communication. Example, trust is essential for effective communication. If employees do not trust management's intentions or believe that safety communications are insincere, they may become disengaged or skeptical. Example, if an organization frequently communicates safety updates but fails to act on employee feedback, trust can erode. For instance, if employee reports safety hazards and management acknowledges them but take no action, worker may feel that their inputs undervalued. This lack of trust can lead to a culture where employees are less likely to report issues or engage in safety initiative. Resistance to change. Explanations.
Wait, continue. Explanation.
Explanation. Resistant to change. Sorry. Change is
Continue.
क्या है सर कंपनी common challenge in any
Change is a
cultural
common challenge.
transformations. Common challenge in any cultural transformations. Employee may feel anxious about new procedure or fear in implications of change, leading or pushback against new safety practices. Example, in an office environment, if management introduce a new ergonomic workstation policy aimed at improving employee safety. Some employee may resist the change. They might prefer their exciting setups, believing they are comfortable or efficient. If management does not adequately explain the reason behind the change or provide training on how to use the new equipment, employee may reject the initiative and undermining its potential benefit. Lacks of engagement and participants. Explanations. Cultural change
Participation.
efforts can fail if, yes, sir. Explanations. Cultural change efforts can fail if employees are not actively engage in the process. When workers feel excluded from decision making, they are less likely to embrace new initiative. Example: a healthcare organization may implement a new patient safety protocol without involving frontline staff in the planning stage. If nurses and doctors are not consulted or trained on the new procedure, they may feel that the changes do not reflect their experience or needs. This lack of engage can lead to low compliance and failure to improve safety outcome.
Inconsistent messaging. Continue.
वो ये स्क्रॉल करिए कहाँ से ये नहीं आ रहा ऊपर से
Inconsistent messaging from leadership.
yes inconsistent messaging from leadership. Explanations. If leadership does not present a untied front regarding safety priorities, it can create confusion and criticisms among employees. Inconsistent messaging undermines trust and can lead to mixed signals about the importance of safety. Example, if a company executive advocate for a strong safety culture but routinely overlook safety violations during operation, employee may receive a disconnect. For instance, if a manager publicly emphasizes the importance of safety, but privately pressure workers to prioritize productivity over safety, it creates a confusion about the organization's true commitment commitment to safety. Conclusion: successfully
Leave the conclusion.
changing the culture.
You can leave, we can leave
Yes,
the
sir?
conclusion. Okay. Conclusion पर नहीं जरूरत
Okay,
नहीं है.
okay.
Next is elements of level of safety culture that maturity model reference OTO 2000/49 report. This document has been withdrawn since the syllabus publication, but it has been replaced with updated information available in HSC website. Okay, we can search on HSC website. The elements level. The safety culture model. Here's the 5 level of safety culture maturity. Okay, level 1 is about emerging. Like safety culture, identify the term of technical and procedural solution that aligns with the regulation. Like safety is not seen as a key business of this, and safety department is perceived to have primary responsibility for the safety. Okay, so where the many incidents are seen as a perceived to perceive primary responsibility for safety. Okay, many incidents are seen as unavoidable as a part of the job. Most frontline staff are uninterested in safety and only use safety as the basis of other arguments such as engagement shift system. Level 2 managing, like organizations incident rate is average for its industry sector, but there tends to have more serious accident than the average. So safety is seen as a business risk, and management time and effort is put into the accident prevention. And safety is solely defined in the term of adherence to the rule and procedure, engaging engineering control, and accidents are seen as prevented. So manager perceive that the majority of the incident are solely caused by unsafe behavior of frontline staff. Okay. Then level 3 involvement, like accident rate and are relatively low, but they have reached to plateau. Like the organization is convinced that the involvement of the frontline employee in health and safety is critical. If the future improvement are going to be achieved, manager recognize that the wide range of the factor caused to incident and root cause often originated from the management decision. So a significant portion of frontline employees are willing to work with management that to improve health and safety. Majority of the staff accept personal responsibility for the health and safety performance is actively monitored and data is used effectively. Then level 4 cooperation. Majority of the staff in the organization are convinced that the health and safety is important for both moral and economical points of view. So manager and frontline staff recognize that wide range of factors that cause to accident and root cause are likely to come back the management decision. So here the frontline staff accept the personal responsibility for their own and other health and safety. So it is important for all employees feeling valued and treated fairly is recognized. Level 5 continuous improvement. Okay, like the prevention of all injuries or harm to the employee, both at work and at home, is a core employee value that organization has had a sustainable period like year without a recordable accident or high potential incident. But there is no feelings of complacency. Okay, so they live with the paranoia that the next accident is just around the concern. Like the organization use a range of indicators that to monitor the performance, but it is not performance as divine as it has confidence in safety process. Like the organization is constantly striving to be better and find better way to improve hazards control mechanism. Okay, so these are the 5 stages of these are the typical 5 stages of health and safety culture. Okay, is it clear? Culture, maturity of the culture. Any questions? Hello. Any questions, sir? Hello. Tahir ji, Mariapan ji, Vinay ji.
हाँ सर, हाँ सर.
Any question on these 5 stages of culture maturity? Okay. Then the concept of blame and no blame or just safety culture. The concept of blame culture, like the blame culture, individuals are held personally responsible for error or accident that leading to punitive measure against those involved. Like this approach is often result in fear of reporting near misses or mistakes. Okay, like punitive response, the error of the accident. Employee may conceal the mistake, like वो mistake का hide कर सकते हैं. Focus on individual failure rather than system issues. Limit the opportunity for the organization. The non-blame culture emphasize the mistakes should not result in personal accountability or punishment. While this approach encourages upon reporting incident, it can lead to lack of responsibility as employee may feel absolved of all accountability within the action. Okay, for example, employee of the reporting error without fair consequences. Focus on understanding that went just wrong when assisting the blame. However, it may overlook the need of individual accountability. Next is your just culture. Just culture means are defined as a decorum strike, a balance between accountability and learning. It recognizes that while error are often result of systematic issues, it should not lead to blame. Individual must still be accountable for the reckless behavior or international violence of safety culture, safety protocol. Like distinguishes between acceptable and unacceptable behavior, promote an environment where employee cannot report the incident without fear of punishment, focus on understanding the context and error systematic issues that contribute to the encourage learning and continuous improvement. Importance of occupational safety and health, promoting reporting and learning, enhance accountability, improve safety performance, and build the trust. Okay. Next is behavioral change program in the occupational health and safety. So the behavioral change program are designed to modify employee behavior for enhance their health and safety at the workplace. So first of all, why the behavioral change program are issued? क्यों चाहिए? To enhance safety awareness, reduce human error, foster health and safety culture, compliance with the regulation, improve overall performance. Advantages of behavioral change: increase employee engagement, sustainable change, improve safety outcome, customize positive impact on. Disadvantages की बात करें, short range to change, okay, short term potential, okay, resource intensive, potential for major misunderstanding, visibility is effectiveness. Okay, so the principle of behavioral change program in occupational health and safety. First of all, you should understand. Okay, like program should start with understanding of specific behavior that need to be changed. Clear communication, effective communication is crucial. Like employees should understand the reason for the change and the expected behavior. Involvement and engagement, like leaders' response can motivate the employee to adopt safe behavior. This might include recognize, incentive, or reward for them. Continual learning and feedback, like from the past incident, we should develop a mechanism. So the ongoing learning and feedback, regular accessing the program effectiveness, making adjust based on the employee input. Okay, that can enhance in the success. Then leadership communicates commitment, like the strong support from the management is vital. Leaders should model up behavior and actively prompting from the program, like demonstrating its importance to the program to the organization. Okay, and holistic approach, a successful behavioral change program consider not only the individual behavior but also the broad organizational context, including the policy, procedure, physical work environment. Then the organizational condition that needs for successful behavior program. Like the successful implementation of behavioral change program in occupational safety and health relies on supportive organizational environment. Like various conditions must be need to ensure this program that are effective and sustainable. Here the detailed explanation. First example, leadership commitment. Like strong and visible commitment from the leadership is crucial. Leadership must prioritize safety and actively promote the behavioral change. Behavioral change program. Key elements की बात करें, leadership should model safe behavior, demonstrate their commitment through actions, resource, regular communication from the leadership about importance of safety and goal of the program, reinforcing the significant, clear vision and objective. Okay. Employee involvement and engagement to be ensured. Training and education is the focus now. Supportive policy and programs. Resource and allocation. Mm. Effective communication is a part of it. Then measurement and feedback, like implementing system that to measure the progress, gather the feedback is essential for assessing effectiveness of the behavior change program. Key elements की बात करें, organization should establish key performance indicator that to track safety improvement and behavioral change. A regular survey and feedback session that can help to identify changes and the area further improvement required. Okay. So this might track incident report, conduct employee survey that to case area. Okay. Then the cultural alignment, like the behavioral change program should align with the overall organizational culture for enhancing acceptance and sustainability. For example, safety should be embedded with organizational value, mission, and daily operations. Leadership, okay, leaders should foster an environment that encourages collaboration, respect, and trust. So here we are completing learning outcome 2.4. Any questions on it, please? हाँ जी, 2.4 को लेकर कुछ क्वेश्चन है, बताइए. Let me see if there is any questions. कल्चर को लेकर कुछ क्वेश्चन था क्या रिसेंट हमने जो अभी जो क्वेश्चंस कवर किए थे उसमें? या हियर इट इज.
टास्क 3 में सर.
हाँ, टास्क 3, एक्सप्लेन व्हाई लेवल 1 emerging best fit print up prior to health and safety appointed. Okay, assume that the behavioral change program has been successful. Explain why print up fit level 2 managing of the staff. For both A1 and A2 your answer must be based on scenario only. Based on scenario आपको बताना है. Level 1 for culture and maturity, how effectively it is implemented, and managing of the scam, how effectively it is implemented. Okay, will you all able to do that? Task 3 A1 and 2 कर पाएंगे? Hello.
हाँ सर.
हाँ
Will
सर.
you able to do that?
यस सर.
So let's go ahead. You all have 1 hour time. 3:30 तक का टाइम है. टास्क नंबर A1 एंड A2 करके आइए. हो पाएगा अभी?
ये उस पे अपना सर ये 006 है ना सर ये.
हाँ, 006 है. 006 हमने पहले भी कवर किया था ना,
हाँ सर.
सेल्फ रेगुलेशन के लिए किया था. तो उसी का ही टास्क नंबर 3A ही करना है. ओके,
ओके सर.
गो अहेड. Go ahead. I will stop sharing my screen. You can share your screen. Okay. All are drafting
ओके
the
सर.
answer. You all have time till 3:30. Okay. Do it in between. Someone please share the screen. Question paper share करके रखिए. Okay. कौन ड्राफ्ट कर रहा है? विनय जी, ताहिर जी, मरियपन जी, कौन ड्राफ्ट कर रहा है आंसर? हु इज ड्राफ्टिंग द आंसर? हाँ जी, आप कर रहे हैं क्या मरियपन जी?
इंडिविजुअल कर देंगे ना सर.
ओके, ठीक है. Hello, are you all on it? Mariappan ji, Tahir ji, Vinay ji. Hello.
हाँ सर.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Thank you. Go ahead. Continue. You all have time till 3:30, okay?
Okay. हम्म, क्या है?
Share your response now. Hello, Vinay ji, Tahir ji, Randir ji, Mariapan ji. Please share your answer. Hello, are you all there?
हाँ yes sir.
What? Answer what?
हाँ sir.
Share your screen then. Share your screen. I have allowed. So this is for question number.
Yes sir.
कौन ये कौन से क्वेश्चन है?
First one.
A1. Okay.
A1.
Emerging. Come based with prior to health and safety advisor appointment. Emerging क्या कहता है? Emerging says about that कि the safety is defined in the term technical and procedural solution that complies with the regulation. How technical and procedural solution have been implemented, right? Safety is in primary technical procedural compliance other than key business part, like prior to health and safety advisor appointed, print out operation level one, the emerging stamp because safety was viewed mainly as a technical and procedural matter rather than the core opportunity. So the CEO's main goal was to invest any profit into increasing production efficiency and market with the focus on विनय जी आपका स्क्रीन शेयरिंग बंद हो गया ताहिर जी why you are sharing the screen you can stop sharing your screen ताहिर जी why the organization that the historical reference Okay, safety records have been distributed. Okay. Accident view is just an unavoidable part of the job. Okay, with the blame placed out, like the printout exemplified development, like emerging characters as accident were regarded as unavoidable. Printing industry with the primary blame assigned to individual worker. So the described two serious injuries on the shop floor, one involving a forklift truck collision due to the driver not slowing down. So another one is 70-year-old apprentice was crushed. Okay, scroll down. Low workers' interest participation, like the emerging behavioral change program, being the reward other than the senior improvement supervisor and senior manager, including CEO and senior accounting manager, were too busy to attend the septic presentations. So worker admitted taking shortcuts, feeling scared to report the near misses, and not following the protocol. As I said in the confidential discussion, this shows safety as an advisory responsibility, with sub-floor staff showing minimal engagement, typical emerging level where frontline commitment is low and safety is not collective responsibility. Okay, reactive management with limited practical culture. Like emerging due to its predominantly reactive approach to safety management. Backup culture before advisor that the company only initiated investigation and behavioral program after noticing 10% increase in reportable injuries, 25 days. Okay, so the CEO 15 to 5. So the CEO pushed the quick implementation a behavioral change program to improve reputation without supporting tools like the safety climate tool or piloting dismissing deeper culture assessment. Okay, scroll down. That's all. Okay,
सर
well
इतना
done.
ही की सर
That's all. और दूसरा बनाया है क्या?
सर
नहीं,
हम तो 2 पॉइंट बनाए।
2 पॉइंट बनाया है, दिखाइए. Maintain marketing activity over the sector, like the CEO wants to invest in production marketing rather than using sector. Okay. Next point number 2 दिखाइए. There is a way that accident and normal part of it. Like you believe that some of the organ. Okay, fine. Well done. So I will give it. Will you take it as a homework? WhatsApp पे कर लीजिएगा. Okay. I attempt the complete question. Okay. Task number A1, task number A2 and task number B. Okay. WhatsApp पे करके भेजेंगे ये वाला, ठीक है? So this is all for today. From my side, we are completing learning outcome 2.4 here. Tomorrow we will cover learning outcome 2.5. Okay. Any other questions? If you all have in your mind, try to close the meeting. Hmm?
ओके सर
सर ये 004 ST ना सर, उसको समझने में थोड़ा ये हो रहा था।
क्या क्या?
नहीं, SCCMM बोल के है ना सर अपना,
हाँ.
00049
Illegal document
एग्रीकल्चर
है.
में। हाँ सर, थोड़ा समझने में ये हो रहा
Okay.
सारा रेफर करना है कि नहीं सर, कुछ खास का चीज उसमें कौन सा रेफर करना
हम्म. So if I say about this thing, like the culture, this is specifically demonstrating your culture maturity model. Okay, like how we can while improving the culture, for improving the culture, this maturity model we have to go through. Level where the level one is about emerging. Emerging का approach क्या होता है? Okay, where like prior to start the work where management like safety is not being prioritized by the management. Typical attitude क्या होता है? Like we need to investigate because someone is not got injured. Still they're not feeling that is not कोई भी injury नहीं हुआ. It means safety is not important here. This is what the thinking in this stage. So what you see in the side, for example, like PP not consistently worn by the worker, absence of risk assessment, TBT rarely conducted, near miss not reported, supervisor focus mind on the production. Okay. So during the emerging, however, okay, no review of inspection. Okay. So or like only after the accident in emerging level, we only identify the gaps in management system. Okay. So based on the gaps, we develop management commitment in level number two. Okay. So level number two is about managing. Managing like management start recognizing safety responsibility based on the gaps that you have identified in the level one. लेवल वन में जब आप कल्चर के गैप्स आइडेंटिफाई कर रहे हैं, क्या गैप्स है जिसका हमें इंप्रूवमेंट करना है, सब गैप आइडेंटिफाई करने के बाद लेवल टू पे जब आप जाते हैं तो वी फोकस ऑन मैनेजिंग द कल्चर. लाइक manage here the management start recognizing the safety responsibility. Okay. Then introduce different subsystem of work or SOP. Like जैसे कि गैप था रिक्शा सस्पेंड है, रिक्शा सस्पेंड में we update the रिक्शा सस्पेंड, implement permit to work system. Okay, appoint competent safety representative, conduct regular inspection. Okay, this is what we do in level two. Then the level three involve. Okay, realize the importance of frontline staff and develop the responsibility. Okay, like decide to कर दिया, we will do so and so thing. Next, in involving phase where it is. In level three, involving phase, what you do, organization realize workers to play a major role in whatever the improvement you are thinking of. जो भी इंप्रूवमेंट आप लेवल टू में सोच रहे हैं उसके ऊपर अभी हम क्या करें, वर्कर्स के एंगेजमेंट को इंश्योर कर रहे हैं. ओके, where we ensure that worker know what is best for them through workers consultation. हम क्यों हम मैनेजमेंट में चेंजेस कर रहे हैं, why those improvements needed. About that we consult with the workers, conduct safety committee meeting, near miss reporting. Okay, involve workers in a risk assessment. Okay, then the level four, engage all the staff to develop, cooperate and commitment to improve the safety. Okay, like in level four, management and workforce work together as a partner. लेवल थ्री में आपने एक्सप्लेन किया जरूरी क्यों है इन्वॉल्व होना, और मोड ऑफ एंगेजमेंट आपने इंश्योर किया. लेवल फोर में आपने क्या किया, एंगेज करवाया वर्कर्स को, यू ब्रिंग देम टुगेदर. ओके, नाउ द वर्कर्स वेल नोन अबाउट द सेफ्टी, देन व्हाट यू गेट टू सी, हाई ट्रस्ट. उसके बाद क्या रिफ्लेक्शन आपको क्या मिलेगा, व्हेन यू कोऑपरेट, वर्कर का ट्रस्ट बढ़ेगा. ओके, देयर विल बी ओपन कम्युनिकेशन, वर्कर स्टाफ doing unsafe practices. Okay, they will discuss any gaps in health and safety management system openly with the management. Right, जब हम engage कराने लगेंगे, जब हम workers को priorities देने लगेंगे, they will start cooperating with us. Right. Next,
Sir.
continuous improvement. Continuous improvement means develop consistently. Okay, fight compliance. Okay, where सेफ्टी इज फुली इंटीग्रेटेड नाउ. अभी कल्चर पहले स्टेज वन में क्या किया आपने, गैप आइडेंटिफाई किया. स्टेप थ्रू में गैप का आइडेंटिफाई करने का एड्रेस मेजर आपने इंश्योर किया. स्टेप फोर में आपने डिसाइड किया कैसे वर्कर को एंगेज करेंगे. स्टेप ओके सॉरी स्टेप थ्री में हाँ स्टेप थ्री में हमने इन्वॉल्व डिसाइड किया कैसे वर्कर्स को इन्वॉल्व करेंगे. स्टेप फोर में वर्कर्स का इन्वॉल्वमेंट, लाइक वर्कर्स के साथ कंसल्ट किया, कम्युनिकेट किया, जो भी मोड ऑफ कम्युनिकेशन है हमने उनसे कंसल्ट किया. देन स्टेप 4 में वर्कर्स हमारे साथ कोऑपरेट किए, राइट, वर्कर्स डू एंगेज विद अस, कोई भी माइनर इशू है विदाउट एनी हेजिटेशन दे डू कंसल्ट विद अस। एंड स्टेप 5 इज अबाउट कंटिन्यूअस इम्प्रूवमेंट। एंगेजमेंट के बाद जो भी, if there is any gap, how to address it, if there is no gap still, what else we can do to make it better. Okay, okay, like fully integrate the business decision. So where the approach of workers should be like how we can improve even nothing was gone wrong, भले ही कुछ बुरा ना हुआ हो फिर भी हम क्या कैसे बेहतर कर सकते हैं, थ्रू कंटिन्यूस लेसन लर्निंग, बेंचमार्किंग इन्वॉल्विंग वर्कर्स, प्रेडिक्टिव सेफ्टी इंडिकेटर्स। ओके, सो दीज आर द अप्रोच। सो नाउ हमारा क्वेश्चन क्या था, फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन अगर आप देखेंगे 6(1)(a)(1) का इज अबाउट emerging इन, इट मींस आइडेंटिफाई द गैप्स इन कल्चर, एंड स्टेप 2 इज अबाउट मैनेज, सेक्शन 2 A2 क्या था, मैनेजिंग। ओके, लाइक गैप्स जो आइडेंटिफाई किया सेक्शन 2 लेवल 2 में आपने कैसे मैनेज किया, लाइक द कंट्रोल मेजर टू एड्रेस द गैप्स इन द कल्चर। ओके, गेटिंग इट?
ओके।
हाँ, देन 6B की बात करें, what would benefit of print up using septic climate tools as city in improving health and safety culture? Okay, septic climate tool. The TO that applies septic climate will give a broad insight of print up health and safety culture, like how workers feel about the safety based on what finding with the city. Your plan will be pilot behavior change program initiative. So you like the idea of the behavioral change program. सिटी क्लाइमेट टूल के बारे में हमें कुछ दिया था हमारे सिलेबस में तो नहीं है, लेट्स सी हमें अदर सोर्सेज से कुछ मिल सकता है तो हम HSC में सर्च करते हैं।
लेकिन सेलर में मेंशन है सर वो।
सिनेरियो में मेंशन आप कहीं पे हमारे टॉपिक में तो नहीं मिला। हियर इट इज, ऑर्गेनाइज। गॉट समथिंग इलेक्ट्रोसेप्टिक क्लाइमेट टूल HSC का, ऐसा कुछ मिले तो सर्च कर लेना। ओके, अगर आपके टॉपिक। सो द सेप्टिक क्लाइमेट टूल, okay, like it has been announced in the response to user feedback. It is now offer improvement functionality, easier navigation, new features to deliver greater value and benefit, which include a model design and layout, a dedicated summary page with a redesigned chart and graph for clear score representation. Significantly enhanced benchmarking, how comprise data from 798 organizations, 420,000 respondents compared to previous data set of the 130 organizations. Gap analysis tool that to compare directly against the benchmarking data. Upstate percentile score with quartile and interquartile range for the deeper insight. Annexes showing mean score for each demographic set to high strength and area for improvement. A new one-page summary that to report for easy printing and displaying across the organization. A redesign user interface with the integrated guidance for more, okay, intuitive experience, like one of the most effective experience. Okay, register for our next webinar. You also visit ये एक बार register go through कर लेना. एक वेबिनार रिलीज हो रहा है, आप लोग भी रजिस्टर कर सकते हैं, ठीक है. ये वेबिनार
हाँ सर.
निबोस की तरफ से हो रहा है. इस लिंक पे जाके रजिस्टर कर लीजिए. आप लोग भी रजिस्टर कर लेना. ओके, वेबिनार हो रहा है निबोस की तरफ से, सो दैट यू विल गेट बेटर आइडिया अबाउट सेफ्टी क्लाइमेट टूल्स. ओके,
Okay.
की बेनिफिट्स ऑफ द सेफ्टी क्लाइमेट टूल इज आल्सो देयर. प्रेशर ऑर्गेनाइजेशन ग्लोबली, ये गो थ्रू कर लेना एक बार इस डॉक्यूमेंट. ओके, and based on that you should try to resolve this issue. Okay, otherwise we'll discuss it on next class. Okay, सेफ्टी क्लाइमेट टूल के बारे में अभी थोड़ा रिसर्च करके आऊंगा, विल डिस्कस ऑन इट.
दो
सिक्स
ये बी क्वेश्चन असाइनमेंट बाद में करेंगे कि नहीं सर?
बी अगर हो सके तो करना, नहीं तो हम कल हम डिस्कस कर लेंगे इसके ऊपर. ओके, आई विल आल्सो
ओके.
बेटर, फर्स्ट आई विल गेट द बेटर क्लैरिटी, देन आई विल क्लैरिफाई. ओके,
ओके सर. ओके.
okay
थैंक यू.
then that's all for
ओके.
today from my side. Okay,
Look,
see you all tomorrow at same time. Yeah, good night. Bye. Hmm.